Hi, this is Richard Shockley from Richard Shockley's Virtual Bowling Academy, and here's our tip of the week. Today's tip is let's talk about the bowling ball as she comes into the pocket for a great carry. You know, my days down at Kegel, we were able to study this with a lot of the great bowlers on tour. So let's get into some dynamic information about what this ball is doing as she comes into the pocket. Okay? We're down here on the back of the lane, and as you can see, I've got some things on the ball here. Some yellow piece of tape, which is going to denote our track. It's not in the perfect spot, but it's okay for demonstration purposes. You see this white piece of tape is called the positive axis point. Now, understanding that, not really important for a lot of you, but I know a lot of you higher level bowlers know that, and your pro shop guy or gal really needs to understand where to put that PAP. But what you need to do, when you roll your ball, at the foul line, what I want you to do is what we call post your position, which is meaning you're going to stand in this position at your finish and stay there and watch. Watch where that ball's coming into the pins. This is real important for you to understand to help you carry. Carries everything. Here we go. The ball's coming in. It's rotating. As you can see, the axis is visible. So here we go. I'm going to roll this into the pocket. You can still see the axis. You can still see the axis. Now she's coming in at a certain degree. You know, the USBC's done a lot of studies on angle of entry too. This is an important part for carry. When she's coming in, she might want to come in at about 3 to 4 degrees, which is really an optimum point for carry. You also don't want this ball coming in with too much velocity or too much speed. Okay? That's going to cause the pins to fly up too high. You want these pins to work horizontally with each other and lay them down low. Remember the axis, you still see it. You got to really watch when you're up here at the foul line. Hold on just a second. I got a phone call. Hey Johnny, what's going on? Hey, make it quick. I'm in a tip here. Oh yeah, how'd you do in the tournament? 11, 10 pins in 6 games? Quit crying, will you? You know, you cry all the time when you don't carry. That's all I hear. Don't you remember last week we talked about carry? Now quit whining, will you? Let's talk about it next week whenever we get back in the lesson. You hear that all the time. All my students are crying about they can't carry. You should watch this tip. Okay, here we go. Tape's coming in. It's doing a technical term called precession. You know, preferred spin axis. All these things are kind of technical. What it really means, it's coming into a spot for the carry. See the tape? Now she's moving from left to right, this precession thing I talked about. We're almost at the point where you can see the tape, and guess what? Right there, moment of truth. This is when the ball is in the dynamic position to come through these pins for a really, really strong carry through the entire 10 pins. All right? Back this up again. One more time. Ball's coming down. It's rolling. It's rolling. Okay? Still see the tape. Still see the tape. Coming in. Boom. Carry. Let's talk about one other thing. Okay? Getting the ball to carry without rolling too soon. A lot of times we see bowlers that get the ball down the lane and this PAP is turning and it's turning, and guess what? When it becomes invisible here, we got a major problem. Major problem. You know, a lot of you guys hear the term DOA, dead on arrival. She's burned all of her energy. Preferred spin axis has already been way over to the left. You're going to come into the pocket pretty dead. The ball's not going to drive through the 5 and the 9. And guess what's going to happen? This guy's going to look at us. Ball's going to lay over here in the wrong position, and you're going to leave a week 10. Obviously, you lefties, week 7. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our tip today about how you get great carry. Good luck. Let's get some high scores. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this week's tip. For a personalized lesson, you can send your videos to me at Richard Shockley's virtualbowlingacademy.com to help you take your game to another level.